of U-Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U-Sport. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada. And by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec les frites Les Fermes Cavendish.
Welcome to the 2023 University Cup on CBC. I'm Corey Arsenault alongside Norman Beck as we get set to bring you this U-Sport quarterfinal matchup between the Windsor Lancers and the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Welcome from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. The Eastlink Center is home to a hotbed of hockey this weekend, Norman, as we're into day 2 of the 2023 Cavendish Farms U Cup. 2 games in the books. Two teams have punched their tickets to the semifinals. 2 more looking for that destiny here this afternoon.
Well, when we're seeing the 2 Western teams today, Corey, first off coming up, the University of Alberta, probably, probably about it, the most storied franchise in U-Sport history, looking to become the 14th team. They lost the final last year in Acadia against UQTR in double overtime. Looking to become the 14th team in the 60-year history of this tournament, looking to become and repeat as a finalist in the previous year. So they've got something to prove, and they're in tough here against a Windsor club that really plays by committee, a really strong workman-like team that they're coming in. And they're going to face them here today. They're going to give them everything they can handle.
Well, when I think of university hockey in my childhood growing up, I remember Sunday nights, and I remember watching Yellow and Green and University of Alberta looking for their 24th appearance. They have to go through Windsor. Windsor is a team that probably doesn't have the star-stud players that University of Alberta does, but Windsor is that, underdog-type mentality that they love to play. They got the top goaltender in the country named this week in Nathan Torchia, and Torchia obviously finished his career in Summerside at Western Capitals. He was a junior A netminder, had a little bit of a cup of coffee in Oshawa in the OHL, but if Windsor's going to have success, they have to lean on their goaltender.
Well, it has to run through him, and he's been a real success story if you think about it, Corey. Last year in the mid-season, he was playing senior hockey in Cambridge, Ontario. Found a home. He's trying to make calls, no one answering his calls. I tell you one thing, I heard his speech the other night at the U Sports Gala, one of the best acceptance speeches I've ever heard in my life. Just a real, genuine, great young man, and like you said, he's been lights out here in the playoffs. His numbers are off the charts. He's going to have to be a significant factor here if the Windsor Lancers are going to be able to advance.
For Alberta, they lost a heartbreaking finals to Calgary. Those games were tight. They're looking for some revenge here this week in Charlottetown. They're going to have to come halfway across the country or full way across the country to get it.
Well, who wants to come and play one hockey game? You're traveling all that distance. Talking to Ian Herbers the other night, the route they took here, they had to stop in Halifax along the way, come over, had the guys, allowed them to travel over across the Confederation Bridge to experience that. But they've come here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to exact a little bit of revenge. Coming in an unfamiliar seed at 5th, which really doesn't happen very often.
University of Alberta and the University of Windsor Lancers will head to Kirk McKinnon, the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd ask that you please direct your attention to center ice for our ceremonial puck drop. Representing 2023 U-Cup sponsors, Grant Thornton, would you please welcome Harrison Wood. Would Golden Team Captain Matt Fontaine and Lancer Team Captain Mason Cohn please join Harrison at center ice. Thanks for joining us and enjoy the game. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem by recording artists Prince Edward Island's Ava and Lily Rashid.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Carton brasse porte le paix, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire épopée des plus brillantes exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
National anthem in the books as we take a look at our starting netminders here this afternoon. Ethan Kruger, first-year business student from just outside Sherwood Park, Alberta. 4 years with the Brandon Wheat Kings. He had a terrific season. 12-2-1, 2.0 goals against average, .923 save percentage. In the playoffs, a little bit more difficult. 3-2-1, 3.13, 893 save percentage. He'll go up against the U Sports Male Goaltender of the Year. Nathan Torchia gets the call here for the University of Windsor. On the season, 16-3-3, a 2.04 goals against average, and a sparkling .936 save percentage. Torchia, MVP of the playoffs here. Obviously, top goaltender. He's going to be under siege as University of Alberta will look to get things going here early on.
He'll want to be ready. You know he's going to be ready. He's proven that he's been battle tested. I caught game 3 in that Queen's Cup final, and he was good. I mean, he's not big in stature, but he's big in compete factor. And you know, the other end of the rink, Ethan Kruger kind of took the mantle and run it here for the U of A Alberta Golden Bears. And so one thing that's been characterized early on in these games, Corey, you looked at last night, you had 2 outstanding goalies in Samuel Richard and Jonathan Lemieux. Here we are with another great goaltending matchup. And, you know, if you're going to survive to play another round, you're going to need good goaltending.
Mason Kahn in to take the draw along with number 17 for the Golden Bears. That's Matt Fontaine as a quick icing face-off down. It's controlled Golden Bears. They work to the outside. There's a shot walked on the way through, picked up by Windsor, and they'll wheel back out to center ice. Stefano chips it in. That will roll right in on top of Kruger as he'll drop down and hold on. Anthony Stefano, 27 years old, still grinding through university. One of the top scorers here on this Windsor program. And he's the guy that we're going to look forward to playing hard here this afternoon as Kruger gets his first touch of the hockey game.
Second OUA All-Star here, and you know he's the type of guy that's leaned on heavily by Coach Kevin Hamlin to, you know, this is not an offensively gifted team, but Stefano was one of the bright spots on the offensive side of things.
Down the wing, Alberta comes. There's a shot. That one ripped wide of the target. That one is sent through by Perzizio as the centering pass is out front. There's a shot. They score right off the hop. Number 64, Nolan Volkan. 38 seconds into this first period, and the Golden Bears are rolling up 1-0.
Credit Josh Prokop for getting in and creating this opportunity right off the hop. He was in with great speed on the forecheck. You see him there retrieving the puck. Quick pass outside. What does Volkan do? He goes off the defender's stick in front. You can see it right there, and he's Johnny on the spot. Slips it in between the wickets of Nathan Torchia. Big goal there for U of A early on, Corey.
And Volkan, third year, a Edmonton, Alberta native. 32 goals. As a heavy shot is Arsenault, I do believe, took his player in. It wasn't Arsenault, it was Robbie Burt. And Burt was mixing it up at center ice pregame. Wants to play a physical style. but he doesn't want to take a 5-minute major here early, as it looks like number 18, Ryan Hughes, was the man that was just leveled in front of the penalty box. We'll get a look at it.
Big body Robbie Burke trying to make his presence felt early. Hughes doesn't see him coming. A big hit.
That's a hit to the head.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
And Ryan Hughes in a little bit of trouble on the ice surface. Not how he wanted to start his U Sport final. I was looking up a little bit on Hughes. Comes from a hockey playing family. 2 brothers play as well. I mean, that's probably common on every player's team, but going through his elite prospects page. And Robbie Burt, I mean, he's a guy that played in St. John Sea Dogs. I'm familiar with him, but he comes in and you know, he comes up high, and there's the hit to the head. And Hughes, I mean, Robbie Burt's a big boy, and he comes down, and Hughes, that's a tough bounce, as he also went face first down into the ice surface.
Robbie Burt, of course, former Amherst Rambler, finished off in the Maritime Hockey League, and he's going to be finished off here tonight. That'll be the end of his tournament. There's certainly going to be probably a match penalty.
5-minute major.
5-minute major, whatever it is.
You're down 1-0, 38 seconds into the hockey game. You want to, you know, bring a little bit of momentum, play a physical style. Now it's a chance for Alberta to strike here early and get way ahead of this one.
I don't think we're expecting a seminal moment here this early for 51 seconds into a game, but we've got it right here now. This is a critical moment here for Windsor Lancers to see if they can pull something out of the hat against a team that has a lot of weapons to throw at you, starting with number 5 back here in the power play in the back end.
Well, you knew Robbie Bird wanted to bring a physical side. I watched him in warm-up patrolling, knocking guys, and the puck will come back up high. Davidson swings it far side for Prokop. He'll go down low, looking for Smallwood parked in the high slot. They'll swing it back to the blue line. Alberta, Davidson leaves it. There's a shot, that one wide. Fontaine looking for it on the near side. Davidson will scoot in from the blue line. Turns, throws it out front. It'll come up high. Prokop for Fontaine. Fontaine wheels it down, left wing side. Bottom of the circle, he'll drag, throw it in front. There's a shot. Big save made by Torchia. His first big one of the hockey game as the Lancers will clear it back out to center ice.
Great push by Nathan Torchia coming across there. That was a great one-time pass coming over. He pushed off hard, square to the puck. Big stop early on.
Well, they need him to slam the door here right now. There's no doubt about it. As Alberta.
He's got to be the best.
As Alberta will regroup in behind their own goal, and they'll set things back up. It's going to be Davidson. Drops it off as Orchuk will send it rink wide, right in across the blue line. Here's one for shot. Scores! Top shelf! Bar down, baby! And the Bears are up 2 Cobb. 152 into this one.
Wow. Talk about attacking with speed. Here they were coming through the middle. No match for it, coming through. Look at that, attacking the blue line with speed. Quick dish off. Waste no time. Top left corner. That's going to do it in a hurry. Look at that. Great pass by Hall over there. Ladigan.
That's a pro shot right there for Eric Florchuk. Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, 6'2", 188. Cruised around the Western League. 7th round pick of the Washington Capitals. He's got pro size, he's got a pro shot. That was a pro goal right there. And Florchuk puts that one where not many goaltenders are going to stop it. Kisses the crossbar down. And that 5-minute major proven to be costly here early on.
I don't care
discipline,
who you are.
Right? Discipline in a Game 7 matchup. Discipline.
It's all energy management too, right, Corey? You're talking about coming in, you're kind of ramped up, you're geared up, you want to make a statement in the game, and there's different ways to do it. Unfortunately, Robbie Burt got a little overzealous on that play. Windsor's paying a price here. Hopefully they can limit the damage in the remaining 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Bears send it deep. It's brought up by the Lancers and swung deep inside Alberta territory. As Alberta will set things back up. Another physical body check there as Volcan opened up the scoring. Works down low. He's being watched by Whale as the Lancers collapse down low. Whale swinging around the horseshoe up out of the back end. Fontaine keeps it in. Fontaine works it along the wall, looking for some support. Whale works him over. The puck will pop up high. Alberta will set it back up. Luke drags, fires. That one, good block there by Windsor, number 13. And it's sent down the length of the ice as Sean Olsen gets in the way of it. And Windsor will send it back deep. Alberta will come back to pick things up and set it up. 2:51 remaining on the Robbie Burt Major for checking to the head as Alberta will snap it in on the left wing side. Hall leaves it. Davidson up high. Fontaine. Far side, Prokop. Prokop surveys. Fontaine takes, fires. That one redirects off something. Olivier Arsenault will pick it back up, and he'll send it up high. It's knocked down out of the air by Fontaine, the captain of the Bears. He'll retreat to the blue line. Davidson will leave it through. Fontaine will come back inside Alberta's zone. He'll wade in behind the goal, survey the situation here with 16:23 to go in this first period. 2:12 remaining on the major. Alberta, all Golden Bears here early. Fontaine through the middle with speed. Brought up ahead. Here's Prokop, fires. They're going up high early as Davidson keeps it in at the blue line. Hall back to the blue line. Fontaine shot right on, and a good save made by Torchia, and he'll hold on. And you talk about a team amped up and ready to go. 74 seconds apart. Boom, just like that.
Well, there you go. I mean, they came out ready to play, just taking advantage of that one there was Volcan getting it in between the wickets for the first goal. Then they come right back here. They wasted no time once again as they were coming in. You can see Prezuzzo, great pass over. Look at that shot, just up under the bar. What a goal. Great goal. Florchuk making it happen.
Terrific shot by Eric Florchuk. He's back out on the ice surface looking for more. Bears will come up high. Swing it far side. Volcan, he opened up the scoring. Number 64. Pass in front, they score! Tyler Prezuzzo from Victoria, BC. Former Medicine Hat Tiger. This one is getting out of hand early.
Great pass in there by Volcan once again coming in. Clearly making that deliberate shot pass. What does Prezuzzo do? Establishes the body, net front presence, stick on the ice. How you doing? Top corner. No stop there. You see the good puck movement by Plouffe cross ice. Hut up Volcan the whole time. Sees his partner in front. Prezuzzo made no mistake on that one.
Terrific pass by Volcan. They're looking for more. Here's Florchuk. Rebound, they score! 4-0. The unfortunate part is we still got 15:42 to go in the first period.
Well, it's getting out of hand in a hurry.
Well, University of Alberta, there's a reason why they've gone to the Nationals 40 times.
Wow.
They might score 40 here tonight.
Jeez. You know, just no response. They're coming in behind the time. Volcan being implicated once again in the play. You can just see it. Good cross-ice pass, quick puck movement over there. Gaping 6x4 cage. Kevin Hamlin does the right thing, has to take a little bit of a breather here and see if he can get some kind of reprieve for his players. They were deer in the headlights being caught here by an onslaught of the Golden Bears coming out, who have recognized the vulnerability coming in here with the 5-minute major to Robbie Burt. They're taking advantage. What's that? 3 goals in the span of 3.5 minutes.
That's tough. I mean, note to other teams, don't take penalties against Alberta because this power play is a wrecking ball here right now, and they're trying to ruin Windsor's Nationals.
Succeeding early on.
Succeeding early on is Windsor looking for a little bit of puck possession as Sean Olsen will have it. They're shorthanded. They'll go cross ice. Evans tries to send a pass in front. There's a centering feed. Olsen can't find it. Volcan will drop it back up. Florchuk will snap it back deep. Takes a favorable hop off the kick plate as Volcan steps into his man. Alberta swings it up high. No one home. Plouffe will come back to set things back up for the Golden Bears as Dylan Plouffe will wait in behind his goal. 58 seconds remaining mercifully on the major to Robbie Burt. Hall down the wing, drops it up high for Fontaine. He's watched there by Barrett Decision. Good Maritime boy as it comes back up high. Davidson works it. They look back for Fontaine. His Decision will wind back in. He'll fire a shot right on. Big Barrett Decision. That one's into Kruger. Can of corn for him. He's able to hold on here with 37 seconds to go on that major. I mean, one thing to score early, another thing to take a major, and then 3 power play goals, and you're thinking,
wow,
we're in for an afternoon.
Well, that just shows you how quick everything can change, right? You're looking at a significant turning point early on in the game, down 4-0 against a team like U of A. You just put yourself in a massive hole from which you're going to try and climb out of. The task is huge, Corey.
Windsor just trying to get this killed off as they'll play it inside. Prokop will pick it up for the Alberta Golden Bears. Send pass up through center. Sakowicz looking for Florchuk. Picked up by Whale. He'll just turn and swing it back out to center. 9 seconds to go. It's bumped cross ice. McNamara will have it in behind his Windsor goal as McNamara will step back up. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Thank God, as the puck will come back inside the Islander zone. Alberta Golden Bear zone, I should say, as it's wheeled back out and through. Drop up high. Here's a pass down low. They'll look to jam play in front as Torchia comes up with a good save. The captain, Kahn. Kahn trying to get around Lanigan, unable to do so. Second opportunity he does. Will wheel out the center. 47 for Windsor across the blue line. He's worked off into the corner as Alberta racing for the puck. Kahn comes up high. Fetter, his shot. That one long and wide. Takes a hop off the backboard center and pass in front. Picked back up by Alberta. And they'll wheel back out through center. Long lead pass ahead for Lanigan. Too far for him. It'll go down the length of the ice. Icing will be called here. 4-0 University of Alberta with 13:26 to go here in this first period. Canada's best university men's volleyball teams head to Hamilton for the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship presented by McCaska. Catch every second of the action beginning Friday only on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and the CBC Olympic YouTube channel. Draw back down. Windsor, they're just trying to breathe here right now. 5-on-5 hockey. It feels like they're sinking here early on. Calm down, chip away, one shot at a time as Alberta coming out on fire. Hins, far side. Windsor will break it back in. Here's Hins, backhand. Oh, poke check by Kruger as Hins with a good look for Windsor. Picked back up by the Golden Bears. Out to center, Shaw. He'll just turn and snap it right back in as the Bears will set things back up. Ethan Sakowicz in behind his own goal. Sakowicz will leave it ahead. That pass too far for number 9, Justin Hall. Hall, he'll look for it. It's picked back up by 20. That's Grant Spence as the Bears will play it in. Hall waiting for the puck. Adam Hall in there with Smallwood as Arsenault, former UPEI Panther, made his way to Ontario. Spence, he hits a snow snake as a bounce back out the center. Cliff, he can't get it deep. Windsor will turn and regroup. Bears making changes. 12:23 to go here from Charlottetown. All Alberta, 4-0. Dorsey, his shot wide of the target. It'll swing right up high. Here comes the Golden Bears with speed. Down the wing, cuts the center, drops it off, works at the outside. That's a shot. That one whistled wide as it'll come back out to center. Plouffe will pick it back up for the Bears. Volcan waits for the puck. He'll leave it. Here's Patterson. Patterson in there with Prezizio. He has a goal here in this first. Not many don't up front for the Bears here. 4 goals here early on with 11:54 to go in this first period. Alberta will swing it. Volcan, he goes far side. Turn and just flung back in by the Bears as McNamara will go cross ice for his partner. Center feed out through the middle for McMullen. McCullen on the left side. Decision shot. That one whistled wide of the target. McNamara steps in. Redirected. Good save made by Kruger as Windsor now bouncing a little bit of a presser. Working to the outside. Keegan McMullen. McMullen, that one rebound in front as the Bears will turn and press it out to center ice. Whale will have it back for the Lancers. Cross ice pass onto the tape of 21, Matt McNamara. He'll play catch with Whale. Whale's feed through the middle. That one's just touched off and into Alberta's own Dawson Davidson. Number 5, smooth skating defenseman. In behind his own goal. He'll sauce one back in behind the goal for Sakowicz. He'll lead pass ahead for Florchuk. He'll make a move around one. Florchuk gains center across the blue line. Drags around one. Can't get around the captain, Kahn. Kahn ahead for Pataki, the former Moncton Wildcat, across the blue line, snaps a shot, block. Fetter looking for the rebound. Bears will turn, chip. They got numbers the opposite way. In across, is it going to be Ladigan? Shot! Good save made by Torchia as he takes that one off the handcuff. Swings it back down. Action starting to pick back up. Kahn gets hooked up on the way through by Jarrett Frederick. And he'll go to the penalty box, and Windsor looking to boost off something.
Well, clearly, Alberta clearly has an approach here when it comes to Nathan Torchia. They're trying to go up high. Every shot, if they've got, however many shots in this period, 95% of them are going up into that area. Florchuk was able to get it by him earlier. Ladigan unsuccessful in that attempt there. But the siege has been on, but I'm seeing a little bit of comeback here from Windsor. Can they gain something on the momentum that they have created? A couple of good shifts here the last couple of times out. If they can get something here, get one, see if they can close the gap here midway through the period, could give them a bit more of a boost as they look to take on the Golden Bears here in this one.
They need something to smile about. And
right.
For Torchia, players been trying to go upstairs on him for 20 years, so he's used to that. As the puck will come back up high. Lancers would love to get one back. Dorsey shot, that one redirected in front by Spence, just wide of the target. Windsor will set it back up. They swing a pass through the middle. Fontaine's the only one there. He'll just turn and sauce that one down the length of the ice. $1:40 remaining in the minor to Frederick as Windsor breaks back in. Sean Olsen can't get around a pair of Bears. Second opportunity, he does. The big winger in behind. Sean Olsen from Delta, BC. As the Lancers can't get it set up, they'll go back for changes as Alberta will send it down the length of the ice. Torchia in behind the goal. Windsor will break back up. McNamara swings it back down low for the captain, Mason Kahn. Kahn works around in across the blue line, will drop it up high. It's ripped in around the boards by Sean Olsen. Centering pass in front. Olsen shot that one off the outside of the goal. Picked up by the Bears, and they'll wheel back through. It's Jack and Smallwood. Smallwood toe drag, trying to work around his man. That was Josh Patterson. As Patterson, big bodied, will head back to the Bears bench. Kahn, the captain, will drag back in, steps on a stick. They're going to be another 5-on-3 here as the Lancers looking for an opportunity. Not saying it's must-score time here right now with 9:11 to go in the first period, but you have a 5-on-3 for 41 seconds. They have to capitalize.
You won't say it, I will. This is an opportunity, Mason Cohn trying to make something happen. Get the stick in between in the legs there, trips him up, Trolley gets the stick in the legs there, but they got to have a result here, Corey, if they're going to make something happen in this game.
Draws down. Alberta has it. Cone directing traffic. He'll swing it right side. McNamara back for Cone on the near side through his skates. Alberta, that's not good. They have it on a 5-on-3. Fontaine.
You just see the confidence just taken out of the Windsor game here right now. There's a deflated sense. You can just look at the body language isn't good. The confidence level isn't there. Again, they're going to have to make something work here. Alberta's not giving them anything.
Here's Olsen, steps, fires, hit, room high, missed. As Cone will have it back. Back to 5-on-4. McNamara snaps a shot right on, and Kruger. Haven't seen one go through the logo yet here in 20-plus years broadcasting. But for Windsor, Cone with that chance misses the net. They don't get a shot on goal in the 5-on-3.
Wow. That's what I was talking about. You have to have that sense of urgency if you're recognizing that where you are in the game right now, you're down 4-0. Alberta's kicking on all cylinders here right now. You have to have that feeling that, you know what, boys, we got to take attack here. We got to have that attack mentality. I just didn't see it on that power play.
Still lots of time remaining here, and still 72 seconds to go on the power play. Windsor down by 4. Alberta smoking gun out of the gate. It's wrapped around. Sean Olsen drops it up high. Alberta just getting sticks. They look fresh. They look energized. They look like they want to go back to the finals here. As Florchuk just, it comes in waves with Alberta. There's not a whole lot of weakness up and down through the lineup that I've seen here early on.
It's been one thing after the other, and I haven't seen, I don't know who's first line and fourth line really, Corey. It's been a relentless attack, and Windsor's feeling it. And like I said, they have deflated them. And they're going to have to see if they can find lightning in a bottle here and get something going, working in their favor.
Hins on the near side. It's wrapped in behind as the Bears will have it. Now rip it off the glass. 17 seconds. Not much going here on the power play. But you know what? Don't write this Windsor team off. They're a character club. They're in a hole. They've been in a few holes earlier this season. They have the character to climb back out, but they got to get something sustained here as it's brought back in. Decision leaves it. Quick shot back to even strength. That one steered away by Kruger. Is the Golden Bears will set things back up. Jam on the brakes and wait for something to set up here. Is Stern played up out through center. Smallwood across the blue line. Will wait. Sends a pass. That one redirects. They look for a centering feed down low and doesn't reach as it comes up high. Plouffe for Hall. Justin Hall looking for it. Platts is out there as well as Hall will wheel back up. Survey. Just turn and throw it through the middle. That one's gloved down by Smallwood. He can't get a quick handle as the puck bouncing around here a little bit in Charlottetown as the Lancers throw it back. It's brought in, but it's going to be called on the offside. All Alberta, 3 power play goals on a 5-on-3. They're up 4-0. You're listening to, watching U Cup hockey on CBC.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Oh, welcome back to Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. All Alberta Golden Bears up 4-0 here early in this first period. Fans, you can too now celebrate each U Sports team gold medal victory with your very own commemorative apparel from T. Litson Sports. Fans of basketball as Carleton Ravens and Guelph Griffins and track have been flocking to shop usport.ca to purchase their piece of history. Monday, the championship collection from this championship will be available for purchase, but hurry, supplies will go fast on this limited time offer. That's the U Sports Championship Collection on sale at shop.usports.ca. .6:28 to go here in this first period. 4 goals on 6 shots. Surprisingly enough, Windsor is out shooting Alberta 9-6 and are down 4-0.
Really only about 2 of the dangerous variety too, Corey. And unfortunately, they didn't generate a lot on that last power play to sort of put any kind of scare or generate any kind of momentum from those consecutive power plays that they got. But to your point earlier, if there's a workmanlike team in this tournament, it is the Windsor Lancers. And if you're going to work your way out of anything, if you're going to get back into a game, you have to find a way to work through that. And, you know, Coach Kevin Hamlin always talks about adopting that workmanlike mentality of the Windsor-Essex County area. And this team, you know, if they can hang with it here for a little bit, get through this, weather the storm, still 40 minutes, still lots of time to make something happen in the remainder of this game.
Well, you can't feel sorry for yourself. I mean, they're champions, right? At the same time, play like champions. And for Alberta, I mean, they've had a championship program for years. And, you know, they're one of the best programs in the country for a reason. And they're coming here with a purpose. And they're the reason why they've been successful. They're ready to go from puck drop. And for Windsor, it was that penalty by Robbie Burt that we're going to be talking about here for this game for the next 46 minutes. I mean, patrolling in the warm-up, he bumped a couple Golden Bear players, and they're just kind of looking at him like, really? And then he comes out and delivers the big hit on Hughes. We haven't said his name since. And he was in a little bit of trouble as off the draw. That one is knocked down by Kruger, brought back in by the Bears as Prokop Nice looking player, plays it in behind the goal. McNamara will turn, play it to the blue line. Davidson keeps it in, swings it far side. There's a shot right on. Torchia will make the save and hold on to that. 5:46 to go here in this first period.
The other part about it too with U of A is, you know, how much does that sting from last year when you lose in double overtime? You got the game in your grasp, right? You have the 2-goal lead late in the third period. You surrender it in uncharacteristic fashion. I think that just drives an extra level of motivation for you to say, hey boys, we were owed something. We're going to get back what we had and see if we can make amends. But clearly, I think the motivation level here has been evident right off the hop for the U of A Golden Bears. Talk about that 4-line attack mentality. You're playing with speed, playing with pace, and then just finding a hard answer for it.
Certainly ready to go. There's no doubt about that. And not saying that Windsor wasn't ready to go, but they give up that goal 42 seconds into the hockey game. And then after that, they're chasing free. Here's an individual effort right on. It's a great job by Sean Olsen. Just lost it at the last minute as Volcan will have it back for the Bears. We've said his name quite a bit here in this first period. As the Bears send across ice, here's Volcan back again. Nolan Volcan shot that one redirected. Nearly go in. Bad angle shot. That one off the outside of the post as Windsor will come back to regroup in behind. Windsor player taking a bit of a elbow to the back of the head, goes undetected as Dorsey goes cross ice. Olsen in front of his own bench, chips it through. Here's the pass and try to get it across ice, but great defensive play there by Plouffe to end that opportunity as Hall across the blue line. Justin Hall snaps right on. Torchia makes a save and he'll bounce down and cover that one up with the blocking hand.
Looking at Dean decision there, Corey. Of course, you would have called him back in the days with the Halifax Mooseheads. His father, Dean decision. I think I just called him Barrett's
Dean's
dad.
Boy, Barrett.
Dean's boy, Barrett. Of course, Dean with the had great success with the University of North Dakota program back in the early '80s. Teammate of Island boy Dusty Carroll, who captained those teams for the University of North Dakota. Sioux, not to play. They were the Fighting Sioux back then.
They're done fighting now.
They're done fighting now. But heck of a program, and Barrett's following in his dad's footsteps.
As McMullen goes cross ice, sent in behind. Ryan Hughes back on the bench for the Golden Bears, so that's good news for not only Ryan Hughes, his family, but the team as well. As he's able to shake the cobwebs off. That was a vicious headshot. As Arsenault goes cross ice and picked up by Steph Dobridge. He'll turn it, send it ahead. Davidson goes cross ice. Davidson back for Plouffe as that goal to and from. Wade in behind the goal. Plouffe just wants to set things up, slow it down here a little bit with 3:37 to go in this first period. All Bears in Charlottetown. Even though there's not a bear on the island, there's a lot of them here this afternoon. As the Golden Bears work it down to the left side. Ladigan being watched by Pataki. Comes up high. Plouffe shot. That one gets redirected over top of the goal. Pataki back in the corner. Arsenault in there too. Golden Bears will wait. Here's Prokop. Sends a shot. That one gets blocked by the Lancers. Cone goes cross ice and Stefano will wheel back in. Anthony Stefano jams on the brakes, top of the circle. Trying to return the feed for Cone, the captain. Cone toe drags out of the circle. Loses it. Stefano will drag it up high. The blue line. He walks the line. Just bobbled outside with 2:53 to go in this first period. And for University of Windsor, they call the timeout. After that timeout, you know, they're starting, you know, they're still coaching. They're playing hard. They're competing. Yep. You just can't give up. You're here. You're ready to go. Keep chipping away. Chipping away. Put pucks on net. Chip pucks out. Chip pucks in.
Keep it simple. They're going to have to do that if they're going to get back into this game. But the approach has been, you know, Kevin Hamlin, one thing you can say about him, yeah, he's developed a great program here in terms of the character players. That character is going to be tested here in the remaining 42 minutes of this game.
Tyler Brazizio tries to step back inside. He blows a tire on the way through. It's dropped in behind as it's picked up by Florchuk. Florchuk for Brazizio. He'll turn and roll it into the outside. Brazizio will head in after it himself. From Victoria, BC. He'll turn and wheel back to the bench, breaks his stick on the play as the Lancers. Shaw drops it back off. McNamara looking for a option. Finds Sean Olsen across the blue line. Big left shot. Winger throws it in front. That one rolls through, and Kruger will drop down and hold on to that with 2:03 to go here in this first period.
Well, Ethan Kruger, we talked earlier about, hasn't been overly tested here in this game. He's talked about a guy who was, you get Nick Schneider in there, who's been got quite a pedigree in behind him. But Ethan Kruger has been the man here for the Ian Herber's coach squad over the course of this playoffs. He's taken the mantle. He's been the guy that Herbers has decided that he's going to ride his coattails if he's going to have success in this U Sport Championship. Kruger's going to be the guy that will get him.
And to tell you the truth, I thought their NHLer was their #1 goaltender, not doing any background on this team. And then I started looking here 2 days ago when I started doing some prep. And Berlin, who played in the NHL for the Edmonton Oilers, is their third goaltender.
Well, and he was
a bullpen they have in Alberta.
They talk about it. They got a fourth guy there too, who really does most of the practices. But
I'd hate to have their budget for goalie gear.
I don't think that's a worry out there, Corey. If truth be told.
Joel Sexsmith in behind his goal for the Bears. Good to have lots of options.
Well, of course, Matt Berlin. I mean, what a story that was, being the E-Bug there at Edmonton, and Jay Woodcroft giving him an opportunity to play. What a thrill for him. I think he could
invite for the rest of his life.
There you go. 2.5 minutes in your hometown. Great on them. Good on the Edmonton Oilers organization. And
some story.
Jeez. I mean, how? I don't know if it beats the Zamboni driver, whatever his name. I can't remember his name, but
here's the Bears breaking back in. Smallwood looking for it. Plouffe in there as well. Smallwood will come up high. Platts snaps it far side. Here's the sent through that one right on. Save is made by Torchia, and he'll hold on to that. 44.5 seconds to go here in this first period. Torchia has settled down here for the Windsor Lancers after getting lit up early. Not a whole lot of support and clean shots. And Torchia, he needs to slam the door, and they need a prayer at the same time. They need to find some offense, but Torchia has to slam the door. He's capable of doing so.
Well, you can't hang anything on 31 here in this game. I mean, all the goals have been good. The first one, a quick rebound. The second one, a top shelf. A couple of back doors, open cages. Shot passes, high deflections. He's faced it all here in terms of quality shots, but, one thing he's not giving up. He's not going to hang in. He's been a battler all year. He's going to stay with them.
Lancers and Olsen will bring it in, but it's going to be on the offside as player for Windsor in just a little bit too far as he got dopped on the way through. That's Nolan Gardner, fourth year business, as Sean Olsen's been probably one of the more impressive players here for Windsor in this hockey game. Played in Weyburn, Saskatchewan Junior League.
His brother too, Eric, played Weyburn. Has that Weyburn-Windsor connection too, so a couple of them playing there. The Olsen family being a part of the Windsor University of Windsor Lancer family, so Kevin Hamlin going back into the Olsen well and having some good success with it.
As the puck's turned and played down the length of the ice, as time will expire here, as the University of Alberta Golden Bears, all Bears here in this opening period, as they find 4 goals on 10 shots, and Windsor back to the drawing board.
Well, if you were some of these school children from Prince Edward Island schools here coming in today, and they were filing in as the game got going, you were wondering maybe what period you were in, whether you were in the first period or at the end of the third, because the goals came quick, they came in a hurry, they get down, and unfortunately that 4-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute segment could be the undoing of the Windsor Lancers if they're unable to come back here in this game. But you see right now Mason Cohn trying to have some conversation with the referees to see if he can get some kind of interpretation maybe on the hit that was called on Robbie Bird. I'm not sure, but everyone's getting in on the action in terms of getting clarification for something. But big hole that University of Windsor have dug themselves. The 20 minutes could be good for them in terms of figuring out how they're going to get back in, design some plans to make, design some ways to make some plans to get back in and figure out what they're going to do.
4-0 Alberta, And you're listening to, watching U Sports on CBC.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award presented to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are les candidats pour le prix de Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Duncan Campbell, Université Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Blake, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix, le Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is, Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. Here are the nominees for the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year. Voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Tyler Nogler, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Andrew Wilkins, Université Lakehead University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Mark Howell, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif, le Père George Kehoe, présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U-Sport est, the winner of the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U-Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year is, Mark Howell, University de Calgary, University of Calgary. The nominees for the R.W. Pugh Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in the regular season are, en nomination pour le prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif dans la saison régulière sont, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Petit, Université Western University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Matt Fontaine, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif est, the winner of the R.W. Pugh Fair Play Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in U Sports Men's Hockey is, Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
Welcome back to the Eastlink Center here for the third of the 4 quarterfinal games in this, the 2023 Cavendish Farms U Sport Men's Hockey Championship from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. It's been all Golden Bears here in this period so far. As you can see, the shots on goal are 11-10, not really indicative of the type of play that has been going on here in this first period. Alberta Golden Bears coming out, clearly seeking a bit of revenge on their last final appearance that they had in Acadia last year when they relinquished a 2-goal lead to the UQTR Patriots, who on their way to a double overtime victory snatched the U Cup from the hands of the Ian Herbers coach squad. In the first period, the Golden Bears took a big advantage of a 5-minute major to Robbie Burt early on in the first period. They get on the board 41 seconds into the game, and then they were able to get 4 goals coming in here, 3 of them on the power play. But they got things going on early in the game as Vulcan was very Johnny on the spot. Pass thrown out in behind by Tyler Prezzuzo, gets it through the wickets of Nathan Torchia, and that was the first goal. Then you see the roof daddy job here from Florchuk. Great finish on the pass there from Prezzuzo as well. Then you see the third goal coming in here. Great slap pass in here by Volcom. Sees the stick of Tyler Prezzuzo in front of the net. He chips it up top. That gave the Golden Bears a 3-0 lead. And then the fourth goal on that major penalty. Open cage once again for Tyler Prezzuzo. And that's where we stand here today. 4-0 for the University of Alberta Golden Bears after 1. We'll be back with more action after this. You're watching the U Cup live on CBC.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at U Ottawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches, all there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
The nominees for the Claire Drake Award presented to the U Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year are: en nomination pour le prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Jonathan Lemieux, Université Concordia University, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Joachim Smallwood, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Claire Drake Award as the U-Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year is Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Le sacrifice que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du Défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Brassard, Université de l'Île-du-Prince-Édouard, UPEI, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Justin Bergeron, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Hobbs, l'Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. Le défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport est, the U-Sports Men's Hockey Defenseman of the Year is, Connor Hobbs, Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan présenté à l'athlète de l'année U-Sport en hockey masculin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, Université Saint-FX University, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Joseph A. Sullivan décerné au joueur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du Gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nathan Tarkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor, et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Carl Tedechuk, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the 2023 U-Sports Goaltender of the Year is Nathan Tarkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Oh, welcome back to Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Breathtaking Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, the Windsor Lancers and Alberta Golden Bears. Game 3 of our quarterfinals. Nathan Torchia, the U Sport goaltender of the year. He was busy in the first period. Not as busy as Ethan Kruger. Kruger faced 11 shots. Torchia faced 10, but Torchia 3 goals in 40-second span. 4 goals, I should say. Not often you see one power play. Three goals, 1 power play. Usually it's 1 for 3. They're 3 for 1, Alberta. And that's the difference in this hockey game. Here, right, you could see Kevin Hamlin and the coaching staff talking. I mean, they watched the review. You know, of course they don't want it to be a major, but, you know, that's a hit that they want taken out of hockey, and I have no problem with it.
No question. I mean, it's an undeniable penalty. I mean, Hughes was in a vulnerable position. Contact clearly made to the head. Anytime you get that head going into the glass like that, there was all kinds of markers to warrant a major penalty. I know Mason Cohn was trying to plead the case a little bit at the end of the period. Kevin Hamlin trying to do the same thing was Mike Langan was over talking to him at the start of the period, but really the facts were irrefutable on that one. The major stands, and justifiably so.
Well, we'll see what Windsor has here in store for the middle period. And it's Fontaine. He's been the difference maker here. I mean, just when he's on the ice, the puck's around him as it's turning played out through center. Decision. Looks for it. Gardner in there as well as the Bears pro cop steps, fires that one wide of the target. He'll glance off the glass, back to the blue line. Look, keeps it in. Bears back up, pro cop. He'll try it again. That one gets knocked off the stick wide, picked up by the Lancers, and they'll lug it back out to center. McMullen through for Ennis. Ennis snaps a shot. That one wide of the target. It will come all the way back. On the far side is a big body check dish there by Nolan Gardner. Bears wheel back up as it's going to be Sexsmith through for Volcan. He'll just turn and toss that one in. Easy save by Torchia to drop down and hold on to that.
Their decision went off in a hurry after that check by Nolan Volcan. I think he's going to be okay. He looked a little bit stung. A little bit of a head coming at it as you get a look at the Alberta bench there. You can see Rachel Wiebe on the bench there to Ian Herber's left, of course. One of the female assistant coaches on this team. Not a common occurrence, but in talking with Ian Herbers, he loves her approach to hockey, her sense, her understanding of the game. Former University of Alberta Panda, and been a real outstanding addition here for this University of Alberta Golden Bears program. And you know, of course, Rachel's brother Cam, member in the team, not in the lineup here today, but you know, a former Panda herself, and was looking for a new challenge, and she certainly found it here with the Alberta Golden Bears program. And she's there on merit. She's there because of her
she belongs.
Passion and understanding. Yeah, absolutely.
She's
and
extremely intelligent.
Yeah, and Ian Herbers is the first to admit that. And he's looking to add good people to his program, and he's found a good one in Rachel Wiebe.
There's Alberta. We're waiting for it. I only count 11 players on Alberta's bench. They're too short skaters of the full squad here right now. So we know Hughes, I think he returned to the bench. He hasn't returned to the ice. I haven't called his name.
I haven't seen him
I count 11 players on Alberta's bench here right now. They're too short of a full lineup as the Bears will look for it. Windsor trying to make some noise themselves. They were down 4-1 to Guelph earlier this year, winning in overtime. Here's Smallwood, walks, scores! They're down 5-0 now. They're going to need a bigger comeback as Smallwood right down Broadway. Eyeball to eyeball with Torchia. He'll snap that one 8 inches off the glove side post.
The Canada West Rookie of the Year in the U Sport. Member of the U Sport all-rookie team. Made no mistake. Strips the puck, pops over the stick of the Windsor defender. Head up. Knows he has options over in the far side. Torchia has to respect the shot coming over. You can see Jack and Smallwood. He knows what he's doing. He knows what his options are. He says, I'm going to take that one there, and I'm going to pop it over the left-hand glove.
And the defenseman, McNamara,
what's he going to do?
He peeled off. He's like, here you go. We'll give you a torch, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Our best against Smallwood.
Well, two top-end players. Smallwood comes out the better of the two in that particular.
Jacob Smallwood unassisted as the Bears, they like to strike early in the period. And now up 5-0. I mean, easy to say that the next one was big for Windsor. And they didn't get it, down 5-0. They need something to go right for them here right now and in a hurry. As it's brought back in by the Bears as they're relentless. Brazizio, how about 4 points in 3 minutes and 40 seconds in the first period? And with a broken skate to boot. Long shot comes wide of the target. Platts will step in from the blue line. He'll try to dangle in front. Puck will roll through. It's picked up by Hintz as Lancers lead it off the boards. Brazizio works back. He's just a pinball bouncing over everyone, trying to hunt the puck down. It's up out of the point. Plouffe drops it back as it's going to be rolled in behind Patterson. For Brazizio, man, he's right
everywhere.
on his feet. He's just tiptoeing, dancing around.
I mean, he even saw it right from the first goal. He get in on that forecheck and created it for Nolan Volkin to get the goal in behind the net. He hasn't stopped since.
It makes it look easy out there.
You know, when you're hot, you're hot, as Paul Hennessy always used to say, Cor. You know.
He coined that phrase, did he, Paul Hennessy?
Oh, yeah. No one's had it better than Paul.
I'm sure a lot of people out in Alberta know Paul Hennessy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's well known around here in Charlottetown, that's for sure. Local hero, great fellow, Paul.
Lancers ahead. Here's Cone. He's been the heartbeat of this team here in the first. Wearing the C for a reason. Spins and fires in and out of the glove of Kruger. Florchuk will just turn an airmail. That one out to center. McNamara spins back at his own blue line. He'll knife one through center for Spence. Drop. They try to give it back to Spence. Alberta right there as it's swung in deep. Cone, he can't get to it. Alberta, they're winning the puck races here right now. And it's just turning left off the wall. Back in front of Alberta's bench. McNamara near side for Whale. Whale steps in across the blue line and will drop it for Spence. He's another one of those players that was playing senior hockey. Sent down the length of the ice. Justin Hall, first man after. He looks for a centering pass for Prokop. Alberta, you see the Windsor bench calling for too many. They had to wait. Touch it up. Ladigan send it deep. Prokop to the blue line. Davidson will step in with speed. He has two Lancers on top of him. Windsor will move it ahead. Here's Gardner at his own half wall. Goes across ice. Wales pass. That one's in behind. Decision. It'll go down the length of the ice. Decision. Good hustle. They get there with first to negate the icing. Prokop looks like a pro player. Along the wall. There's a heavy shot there. Dished in as the Bear just glances right off Dobbridge. As Dobbridge stepped in from the blue line. Brought back up by Arsenault. He can't get around two Bears as Ladigan came back to strip that play. Fine defensive play. Alberta making changes up front as they'll slow things down. Sexsmith goes cross ice, flips that one hard and wide. It hits the linesman. And then he waves the offside off as Dobbridge moves it back. Stefano has to wait for Decision to get onside. Decision does. Stefano surveying his options. He'll wheel back out to center ice. The 27-year-old jams on the brakes, turns it over, but no gas left in the tank for Brazizio. As he can't get through. Heavy body check dished out by Evans, throwing his body around, trying to be a difference maker here for Windsor. As the Lancers can't clear it. Volcan pass in front. Brazizio. Look, there's a loose puck. Here's Patterson trying to pull to the backhand. Brazizio's on the ice. Anything he's touching, head towards the front of that vicious cross check that goes undetected by Cole. As he gets away with one right there, right to the head of Brazizio. As Alberta will come back. Fontaine.
Mason Coleman figuring the only way to slow him down is to do it.
There's Fontaine in. Prokop looking for it as well. As Prokop sends a pass up high. That one will elude the Bear on the far side. Turn and come all the way back in. Alberta will set things back up. Platts in behind the goal for Plouffe. Plouffe looking for Trolley. Trolley patrolling the right side. Prokop in across the blue line. He'll turn and swing it deep. Trolley. One man after will chip it. It's picked back up by McNamara. Off the wall and back out. Alberta with 13-10. All Golden Bears here in Charlottetown. Hall We'll wait. McNamara in behind, reverses it. Picked back up by Whale. Whale just leaves it off the wall as one of the Bears gets dropped in front. Here's Shaw in with a partial break. Shaw one-on-one with Kruger. Shaw off the shoulder as Kruger gets a piece of that. The best look of the hockey game for the Lancers comes off the stick of Aaron Shaw. Bears back the opposite way. Hall, they'll go cross ice. Here's Smallwood. He's made it 5-0 to the blue line. Florchuk, he was impressive in the first. Sean Olsen will play it in behind as the Lancers turn it over. Smallwood pass in front, in behind. Florchuk pins. They try to get past Shaw, looking for some more breakaway action. Good active stick there by Sexsmith as the Bears back in. Florchuk walks to the outside of Arsenault. Florchuk in behind the goal. Tries to wrap around. Puck loose. Big save made. As Torchia, Larceny with the lagging. As Lancers, McMullen, bodies crashing all over the place here as Windsor trying to get something going. Bears back up as Sexsmith to center. We'll just chip it off the windshield in deep. Arsenault, first man back after the puck. The former UPI Panther snaps it off the half wall. It'll come back out as Ladigan gloves that one. Chips it down and he'll turn and roll it right in. Torchia will slow things down as the action picking up here. Aaron Shaw, the best look of the hockey game for the Windsor Lancer, the LaSalle, Ontario native. Gets some speed to the outside, works one-on-one with Ethan Kruger as he tries to go upside. And then
tried to do the right thing, and he was going up there, and Kruger just got the stick on it. But here, once again, you see Florchuk. There's Patterson driving hard to the net, takes Strobridge with him, and there's the big body. Outworks Strobridge in front of the net. Torchia for his, probably one of his better saves of the game here, Corey.
As face-off back down, Spence. Windsor starting to come a little bit as he's turned and rolled right back in to the Golden Bear zone. Centering pass in front. Back up by Volcan. He'll go near side. Hall gives it back for Volcan. Volcan dragging in, turns and fires. That one's kicked away as the Lancers give chase in behind. They'll try to scrum it free. It's picked up by Dorsey. Cross ice feed. Sean Olsen trying to get around Platts. He stepped up on him. Spence trying to get around Clough. Clough cut his real estate off as the puck will come off the glass and out. Whale. Golden Whale. Turn it, send across ice. Lancers making changes. Play it deep. Platts goes back cross ice. And the Alberta Bears can't exit the zone. Fontaine in there. Prokop will come back so responsibly defensively. Prokop makes a move around one. He'll wind back out for Fontaine. He's got those happy feet to the outside. You can see how he was a 5-year star in Everett. As the Lancers will drop down and hold on. CBC Sports is your home for the 2023 U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship presented by Mikasa from Vancouver. Catch the best in university women's volleyball starting Friday on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC's YouTube channel.
Looking at the captain, Matt Fontaine there, he reminds me of another captain here we're going to be seeing here in tonight's game. Both sportsmanlike nominee, player of the year nominees in U Sport, of course, Troy Lajeunesse for the AUS, Matt Fontaine for the Canada West Conference. Two classy gentlemen to play the game the right way.
Shot right on, save is made. You can hear it rattle off the cage of Kruger as Progop will turn and play it back down. Sakowicz comes near side for Frederick. Frederick back for Fontaine, the captain that you just mentioned. He's just a difference maker each and every time he's on the ice. Something kind of came off the glass here with 10:07 to go in this.
Well, he's someone that Ian Hilbers is counting on. You know, he's been a proven performer, had a great regular season, 32 points, 28 games. Kicked it up in the playoffs. Last year in the playoffs, he was outstanding. You know, seven games, 12 points. Just a guy who's a difference maker who plays hard, really leads by example. Sets that pace of play the University of Alberta is noted for. Play with speed, play with place. Get on the attack, get on it hard, be relentless in the puck pursuit. Matt Fontaine does all of those things.
Josh Patterson, one of 8 local boys. That's right in Edmonton. They got 3 from Sherwood Park, 22 of 28 from Alberta.
Well, as like Ian
Safe
Herbert
to say
says,
they want to go there.
Why he likes to keep them around, right? Makes for good alumni later on. Keep the boys, you get the local boys, get the local interest. If you can be local and you can play, Why not have them?
I lived in Alberta. I lived in Sherwood Park for one summer back in 2016. Great spot. That's when the Oilers went to the Stanley Cup final, man. It was just every weekend. Average Joe's, every time the Oilers scored, pitchers went down $1. That's the only thing I remember about Alberta. And the tax bill I had after piece working all summer.
That's a good memory.
Dwayne Rolson didn't get hurt. The Oilers may have won the cup. Rolly the goalie. Man, he was on a heater.
Rolly Melanson?
Dwayne Rolson,
yes, right.
Long lead pass will come out. Flats play it ahead. Warchuk will wait. Dobrich will bring it back in. Big number 4 lugs the mail inside. Leaves it up. Hintz tries the centering pass. That one gets blocked on the way through. Hintz first man back after it for the Lancers. In the corner. Just too many yellow and not enough white is Platts. Send it. Warchuk trying to touch past Evans. He's stepped up his game. Will Ennis, I should say, stepped up his game here in this second period. As he's been good.
He's been physical the whole game. Yeah, he's been physical the whole game. He had a couple of big body hits in the first period as well, too. And, again, trying to make something happen, be responsible defensively, and see if they can stem the tide of this attack that has been ever present here for the Golden Bears.
Friedrich in around the wall, comes up high. Here's Federer, pass in front. That one chipped just wide by Hintz. As the puck will come back up, Brady Hintz, Stratford, Ontario, in around as Ennis steps into his man. Federer will come back to survey the situation for the Lancers. Jaden Fredder ahead for Sean Olsen. Olsen trying to touch it around, heads it back, just can't get a loose puck. 3-on-1 developing, but not much gas left in the tank. Ennis reads that, send it back ahead. Here's Dorsey, drops. Olsen drags to the outside, backhand right on, and an oceanfront view once again. It's 5-0 Alberta from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. You're listening, watching U Sports on CBC.
Well, thanks very much.
Tyler Prezuzzo has 4 points. Jacob Smallwood has a goal here in the 5th period as the Golden Bears lead 5-0. Fans, you too can celebrate each U Sports team's gold medal victory with your very own commemorative apparel from T. Litson Sports. Fans of basketball's Carleton Ravens, Guelph Griffins, and track have been flocking to shop.usports.ca to purchase their piece of history. On Monday, the championship collection from this championship will be available for purchase, but hurry, supplies will go fast on this limited time offer. That's U Sports Championship Collection on sale at shop.usports.ca. The Golden Bears looking for more. They're not happy with a 5-0 lead.
The pace hasn't been let off one bit here, and I think that's the message that's been sent clearly to Ian Urbers.
There's a shot, that one high, trying to go upstairs, sneaking on the short side right by the ear of Torchiez. McNamara fills in his man. Trolley in front, Smallwood gives it. That one chipped up through the uprights. Playing for the Eskimos, that's 3 points. And it's Trolley driving towards the front.
Well, there you go with Matt Fontaine creating the space once again. Causes a turnover because of his aggressive play. Jack and Smallwood tries to get in front. That was a we call it a three-pointer punt, whatever it was, but it was nowhere near the net.
Elks.
I can tell you that.
Same colors as the Elks.
That's right. Dave Cutler would have been proud, though. Of course, the long-time place.
He wanted to go upstairs, and he certainly was able to do that.
For sure.
Rizzuto will work his way back in. He's dished a heavy check there by Dobbridge. Windsor, they haven't relented on their physical play. I mean, that's a staple. Hard work, meat and potatoes, grinding it out. And they play physical, and they have an opportunity to finish their checks. They will, but the big check in this hockey game is the difference here right now. Robbie Berg, 5-minute major, a minute into the hockey game, and 3 power play goals, and that's blown this game wide open.
That's the storyline. Thomas Becker will be looking at writing the storyline in this for U Sport coming up. And sum it up in one paragraph.
There's Ennis shot blocked on the way through. Patterson play it ahead. Rizzuto goes far side. Brought in. Davidson looking for his man. That's Volcan. Volcan railroaded in behind the goal by number 55, Will Ennis. Lancers decision. Former Halifax Moosehead off the glass and out. McMullen looking for it. Gardner there as well. As Ennis watches his man. 4-year Oshawa General Will Ennis. You can see why he'd be a very solid Ontario League defender. Cone tripped up. They go cross ice. Here's Pataki. Spins, fired. Rebound in front. They battle for it. Puck's loose. Kruger's down. And nobody home as the Bears cramps on Stefano, and the linesman takes out the captain, Cone, in behind the net.
Might be a roughing after the whistle penalty coming up here to University of Alberta. As the looked like Dylan Plouffe took exception. There was a wild scramble in front of the net there as Pataki had the best scoring chance of this period for sure. You see Mason Cone again attacking with speed, gives a little shimmy shake to the left. That created the opening. Puck him into Pataki's stick. He managed to get it around the Alberta defender. Good shot. Cone did the right thing, drove hard to the net. But Ethan Kruger, equal to the task, kept it at bay, keeps this a 5, keeps the donut on the board for the University of Alberta. Thought there might have been a penalty coming right there.
Should have been.
As, yeah, for sure. As, not sure if that was Plouffe or who gave it there. It might have been Sakovic or C as well there. Sakovic, I'm not sure, but there it could have easily been a penalty for that one.
Either way, Stefano tasted an Alberta glove, breaks the kisser.
With a bit of Alberta leather.
Yes. Puck will come up high. Sakovic will lead across ice floor. Chuck back. Sakovic, he'll fire that one right into the number 11. Pataki drops it off for Stefano. Stefano shot right on. Save is made. And the old Alberta Golden Bears goaltender will hold on. You'll be fired up for tonight's game, Norm. I talked to you early on this week for our Charlottetown Islanders broadcast. You said you hadn't been able to sleep. Could you sleep last night?
I'm getting there, buddy. I'm getting there. You know, I mean, this is a big time in UPI Panther history, of course. I'm a proud alumni, and it'll be it's going to be something here. You know, the place will be full. It's an opportunity for the Panthers to create history, and you know, the opposition's going to be formidable with the number 1 team, but hey, you know, they got to play the game, and we'll see what happens against the number 1 team in the country, but it's a big time.
Chip in a chair. Chip in a chair. They're going to need some goaltending tonight. There's no doubt about that.
It's going to be goaltending, discipline. I mean, you just see it right here on display. You can't allow those things. And, you know, one thing about the Panthers team, right, is their energy, and bringing energy is not an issue. It's containing that energy sometimes. And but, you know, it's going to be a big task coming in. But, you know, for the Panther program, it's a source of pride, and this is a tremendous occasion for the Panthers to put on a display in front of the hometown fans.
Smallwood interfered with on the way through. Both are going to go. Dorsey and Smallwood will both head to the penalty box. Matt Dorsey to the penalty box. He played in the BCHL. And Jacob Smallwood as well. I know it's a big game tonight, 7 o'clock Atlantic time. UPEI, the rink will be jammed. It must be big because Bo Fort's taken today's game off, giving me the opportunity. He really doesn't care that I have a major junior game to do myself tonight, so I guess I have the energy to do both. But Bo saving the vocal cords for one last hurrah here tonight.
Well, you know, you're talking about you want to be sharp, you want to bring your best, you want to be prepared and everything, and I don't blame Bo one bit. And I'm sure if you hadn't taken this game, Corey, we probably could have found another 4 or 5 in the bullpen that would have said, you know, they would have taken Shocker's place here today.
The bullpen is deep. We're not going to say it's talented, but it's deep. It's deep.
Yeah, we're getting there.
One thing we like to do here on the island is yap.
Yeah. Well,
it's great to have this hockey. As soon as I heard it was coming in, I said, yeah, I'd love to get in because I want to come watch some hockey.
Well, and look at you. I mean, you had the great experience with the Canada Winter Games and that gold medal classic game that we're going to be talking about for a long time here in Prince Edward Island. And of course, you and George had the great call on that one, and a memorable occasion. And hopefully there's going to be another memorable occasion created over some time over here in the weekend as well, too. It's got the makings of it with the teams that we have.
Here's Buchanan, back door. They're looking for the passes. He finished the check. Number 25, Jaden Fetter. As Fetter went into the boards heavily. Slow to get back up. Fetter goes cross ice. As Platts will jump back up into the play.
Zuzo once again, right? I mean, he goes in. He's been everywhere tonight. He's creating chances. He's forcing turnovers. He's relentless on the puck. He recognizes when there's an opening to be made, creates a space for himself to get open. Good scoring chance right there, but clearly been, you know, he and Forchuk's been awfully good here as well for Alberta too.
There hasn't been too many weak Golden Bears here this afternoon.
No, you're right.
As the puck is turned and brought back in. You know, Windsor, it's not from lack of effort here either. I mean, they've been competing, they've been trying.
No.
They haven't been able to capitalize, and Alberta has, and that's sports. And that's why we love watching it.
Yep.
Is Whale goes cross ice, Hudson Whale for decision. Fair decision will chip and chase. Clifton behind his own goal. Chugs it along the boards, picked back up by Josh Patterson. He'll get the engine revving out the center. Tries to backhand it, will chase in after himself. McNamara will jam on the brakes. Survey the situation in behind the goal. Go near side. That one's off the skate of Gardner and all the way down the length of the ice. Icing going to be waved off. Good hustle there by McMullen. Sakowicz will wait. Airmail that one. The center is Prokop. Back in across the blue. Prokop cross ice. Hall pass in front. Big save made by Torchia. As a redirection. This line just makes it look easy to the blue line. Cross ice for Friedrich. He'll fire that one wide. Here's Hull in behind the goal. Justin Hull back up out of the point. Sakowicz lets a shot go. That one drifted wide. Prokop gives chase. He can't find it. Arsenault, he's bumped in behind the goal. Bounces off his man. Mason Cohen heads it back for the Lancers. Cross ice, good pass for Stefano. In full flight down the wing. Trying to run, cut towards the front of the net. Runs into real estate, swings one. The puck's loose. They try to go down low. Pataki, he can't get it through for Cohen. That one just missed. And Cohen steps into his man, Prokop. Windsor with a bit of a charge. Up high, Arsenault steps, fires. That one kisses the post. As it snaps back up into the air. Arsenault right back at it. Inch away from making it a 5-1 hockey game. Oliver Arsenault, good player, good kid. And a great shot right there. Beats Kruger, but not his best friend in his post.
The Tracadie Shiloh native almost getting it done, getting the Lancers on the board. Made a great effort, but head-to-head spot, of course. Head-to-head up the whole time, looking for it. Saw the opening, just couldn't quite do it at the last minute.
Here's Sexsmith back in behind, top of the circle. He can drop it back for Zuzo. Wheel and deal. He's got one way to play, and that's wide open. There's Olsen. He'll gather it back up for the Lancers. Throws a soft pass through the middle. That one's picked off momentarily. Sexsmith. Alberta really jams things up in the neutral zone. You're trying to break back up their defense. They read the play so well. Step up, just knock things down, and it's transition back the opposite way.
Well, they've got that close-off mentality. I mean, you look at a guy like Ian Herbers. He was a defensive specialist his whole career, both as a player at U of A and in the NHL and his time at Tampa Bay with Edmonton. You know, so there's a team that they're going to be shutting it down here. But, you know, they're coming with the offense. They're coming with the defense. You can see it here once again. Hall great pass over. That was a great save there by Curtis Trolley. Got good wood on that. Torchia stuck with it in a 5-0 game, and then they come back the other way. It's going to be another save. Look at Olivier Arsenault. Changes the angle, gets it up, rips it up top. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but that could have been one of the best chances. They've had a couple of good chances. Tacky getting the chances early on in the sequence there for Windsor. And Olivier Arsenault just getting the best chance here coming again as well.
And Alberta working it through as the puck's turned and played back down inside the blue line. Well, I respect the compete here of Windsor. I mean, they haven't laid off the guy. They're chugging away, bringing what they have left to the table and trying to empty it out here this afternoon in Charlottetown.
Yep, 100%.
McNamara, first man back after for the Lancers. He'll take it in behind his own goal. Matt McNamara, former Peterborough Pete, throws it. That one takes a fair ball hop cross ice. Spence trying to work around. He gets tripped up and does a bit of a pirouette. He's not going to get the call. Not a chance. We're looking for it, though.
It could have been easily, too. If you're going to call a trip, there was an embellishment going around the other time.
Triple cow sow. 6.9. The judges say. Florchuk, he'll fire that one as the horn sounds to end the period. And Windsor trying to claw back in. 21-17 shots on goal, 5-0 Alberta.
That's one thing you don't want to see here in the game. I mean, a little bit of after skirmishes. We saw one happening a little earlier on, a little one happening here again, and cooler heads do prevail. But, you know, that was again, I think it sort of continued again there, Corey. I mean, only one goal here in this period for the Alberta Golden Bears. But to your point earlier about the Windsor Lancers hanging with it and trying to make something happen, they're not getting out of it, but they're hanging in, and they're trying to go with it as well too.
All right, welcome back to our second intermission. Eric Florchuk with the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Eric, 5-0 after 40 minutes of play, a goal, 2 assists in that first period. Take us through that opening 5 minutes. I mean, the game got out of hand in a hurry.
Well, that was the start we wanted. The biggest thing was coming out here not being flat-footed, and we got a fortunate enough amount for them to take a 5-min. We just had to capitalize with our power play, and we made the most of it. How about your goal? I mean, we were raving about the shot. I mean, it was a great play by Prezuzio to find you. You walk in, and you go upstairs in a hurry. Pro shot, bar down. What you see on that? Well, I really wanted the puck from stick, so it was nice for him to feed it over. And, you know, I've been told to shoot the puck more, and just found the time to put it in the back of the net. How are you enjoying your stay so far on the island, Prince Edward Island? It's a little bit warmer than Alberta right now, that's for sure, so I'll make the most of it. Eric, thanks for your time. Congratulations on success here early on. Looking forward to a big third period. Thank you very much.
Well, and there he goes. You know, you're looking at a guy coming down here. Why wouldn't you be enjoying PEI? Warm weather coming in here. The weather's been great. The hospitality's been great. And, you know, they're rolling 5-0 after 2 periods. Game well in toll, and they're coming in. They get the opportunity well in hand. We'll see what the third period brings.
You're watching Cavendish Farms U Sports on CBC.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
The nominees for the Dr. Randy Gregg Award presented to the student who excels in hockey, academics, and community involvement are les candidats pour le prix le Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'excellence dans le hockey et les études et l'engagement communautaire sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Duncan Campbell, Université Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Blake, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du prix, le Dr. Randy Gregg pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Dr. Randy Gregg Award for Community Service is Matthew Welsh, Université St. Mary's University. The nominees for the R.W. Pugh Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in the regular season are en nomination pour le prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif dans la saison régulière sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Kyle Petit, Université Western University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Matt Fontaine, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix de l'esprit sportif R.W. Pugh, présenté aux joueurs démontrant le plus de l'esprit sportif est the winner of the R.W. Pugh Fair Play Award presented to the most sportsmanlike player in U Sports men's hockey is Troy La Jeunesse, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Here are the nominees for the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year. Voici les candidats pour le prix commémoratif le Père George Kehoe présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Tyler Nogler, Université St. Mary's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Andrew Wilkins, Université Lakehead University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Mark Howell, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le lauréat du prix commémoratif, le Père George Kehoe, présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U-Sport est the winner of the Father George Kehoe Memorial Award as the 2023 Fox 40 U-Sports Men's Hockey Coach of the Year is Mark Howell, University de Calgary, University of Calgary.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Well, welcome back to the Eastlink Center, where after two periods in the third quarterfinal series of the 2023 University Cup here in Charlottetown, it's the fifth-ranked University of Alberta Golden Bears with a commanding 5-0 lead after two periods against the fourth-ranked University of Windsor Lancers. And not a lot happening on the offensive side of things there. 10 shots for the home team, Windsor Lancers. 7 in favor of the Alberta Bears. The Lancers had a bit of a pushback later in the period, unable to capitalize on a couple of chances. Jack and Smallwood, the Canada West Rookie of the Year, increased the lead for the Alberta Golden Bears, who had done a lot of their damage in the first period following a 5-minute major penalty to Robbie Burt. And that's where we stand here after 2 periods with the Bears ahead. We'll be back after the break with third period action. You're listening to the U Cup on CBC Sports.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Le sacrifice que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
The nominees for the Claire Drake Award presented to the U Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year are, en nomination pour le prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Jonathan Lemieux, Université Concordia University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Joachim Smallwood, Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix Claire Drake présenté à la recrue de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Claire Drake Award as the U Sports Men's Hockey Rookie of the Year is Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. The nominees for the Defenseman of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du Défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Matt Brassard, Université de l'Île-du-Prince-Édouard, UPEI, du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Justin Bergeron, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Connor Hobbs, l'Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. Le défenseur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the U Sports Men's Hockey Defenseman of the Year is Connor Hobbs, Université de la Saskatchewan, University of Saskatchewan. The nominees for the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Year are, en nomination pour le trophée du sénateur Joseph A. Sullivan présenté à l'athlète de l'année U-Sport en hockey masculin, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Liam Howell, Université Saint-FX University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Riley Sawchuk, Université Mount Royal University. Le lauréat du trophée Joseph A. Sullivan décerné au joueur de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the winner of the Senator Joseph A. Sullivan Trophy as the U-Sports Player of the Year in men's hockey is Simon Lafrance, Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières, UQTR. The nominees for the Goaltender of the Year in U Sports Men's Hockey are, en nomination pour le prix du gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport 2023, des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Samuel Richard, Université du Nouveau-Brunswick, UNB. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Carl Tetachuk, Université de Calgary, University of Calgary. Le gardien de l'année en hockey masculin U-Sport A, the 2023 U-Sports Goaltender of the Year is Nathan Torkia, Université de Windsor, University of Windsor.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at U Ottawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches. All there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
Welcome back to Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. 20 minutes away, the Alberta Golden Bears from punching their trip to the semifinals as Nathan Torchia and Ethan Kruger, the netminders here this afternoon. And Torchia hung out to dry early in the first period. 4 goals in the first 5 minutes is the difference of this one. Ethan Kruger, though, he's been solid. Windsor has pushed a couple of times. Arsenault off the crossbar. Aaron Shaw with a great chance in the breakaway. Ethan Kruger has been very solid. Both goaltenders have been excellent here this afternoon.
Well, it's been the story of the tournament, Corey, in terms of quality goaltending. We've seen it. We saw it in the two games yesterday. We certainly seen it here again. Top-end guys coming up, doing their job, making it happen, keeping their teams either helping to preserve a lead in the case of Ethan Kruger, or trying to keep your team in the game in the case of Nathan Torchia. But the mountain's big. I can tell you one thing, the Windsor Lancers aren't going to give up in this one.
They've certainly pressed at times, and you're right. I mean, despite going down 4-0, 5 minutes in, they've competed. And an admirable effort here this afternoon so far for the Lancers from Windsor. And they, that's their, blue-collar type attitude that they bring.
That's their identity.
Can they get one? Can they get one here to give them something to smile about?
Well, you got to get a bit of a juice happening here somewhere, and the best way to happen to that is by getting one. If you can get on early, you got to get 1 to get 2 to get 3 to get 4 to get 5. All sorts of
That's a long ladder to climb.
Yep.
As Prezuzzo is the guy that's done the damage here this afternoon. I mean, he's been the best player on the ice. 2 goals, 2 assists in the first. In a 3-minute 40 span. Welcome to Charlottetown as here's Patterson trying to go backhand, takes the stick and Torchia right out of his hands as Josh Patterson barrels his way. Looks like a former UPI Panther Josh Patterson that I know. I've seen him. I've seen the Panther Patterson walking around the rink here, and he's a physical specimen himself. As Pataki looking for it as the puck rolls up high as it comes to the blue line. The Alberta Josh Patterson as the stick will come up high. Mason Kahn will head to the penalty box. Cohn will head to the penalty box, rather, as you see big Patterson. I guarantee he's called Patty. As Patterson powers his way out, goes to the backhand, and the stick of Torchia just gets flung out of his hands.
Oh, I mean,
that's a big man barreling down.
That's a big body. He's been causing havoc in front of the old Windsor net here all night. You saw it down there in a couple of exchanges, sequences earlier on as well, too. And
6'3", 230.
Centerman.
Saskatoon Blade.
Yep. He put up some pretty good numbers there. 53 points for them back in 27-18. Another one of them Edmonton boys, Court.
Yeah. Gotta love them. Davidson back to the power play. Believe it or not, only the second power play of the hockey game for Windsor, or rather for Alberta, but they got 3 goals. Now they have 4. On cue, it's going to be Curtis Trolley. He's from Ontario. What's he doing out in Alberta? Curtis Trolley, the former Lindsay Muskie.
Well, Ian Herbers talks about the fact that he doesn't mind going into the Tier 2 well, and Curtis Trolley has been good here tonight. He's had several good looks in this game, but again, just a good package change. He used his body to shield off the big defenseman Ennis. Matt Fontaine got it started. Puck retrieval along the boards. Quick looks, move it in, get it in front. Short side. Good goal. Curtis Trolley, well played.
Peterborough, Ontario. Native Curtis Trolley. I'm sure he probably knows some players on this Windsor team. And he has a goal. You're right. He's been one of those Bears that's been around the puck here, and a terrific skilled move. Pull it from backhand forehand, tucks it in on the far side of Torchia.
And that's against a big body. I mean, you get Ennis going in there.
There's 4 chuck back. That one goes upstairs. You're right, Ennis. I mean, he's been as physical as any player.
Yeah, he's been playing hard.
As the Lancers back in, there's a centering pass in front. It's knocked down by Kruger, picked back up by Hall. As Justin Hall, the first-year art student, can't get it deep. Aaron Shaw looking for it. Holden Whale there as well. Skips off his tape. Gladigan will leave it back. Cliff crosses for Platts. Platts back for Patterson. This side for Volcan. Volcan reverses it back. As here's Patterson barreling down once again. Good stick there by Dorsey. He'll swing it off, but Patterson chases back after it in the corner. He'll protect it down low. Good luck knocking Josh Patterson off the puck. As he leans in on that one. Puck's down to the right. The officials want him to play it. Patterson digs it free. The puck will come up high. Picked up by the Lancers as they'll break back out. In across the blue line. It's sent in. Kruger looks for it. Stefano, he can't find it. Prezuzzo Leaves it off for Plouffe. Plouffe will wind back up. Dylan Plouffe across the blue line. Kamloops, Regina, Saskatchewan. Saskatoon. As they battle back. Windsor will wait. Here's Stefano off the wall for McMullen. McMullen, lead feed through. That one doesn't work. Davidson in behind his own goal. Wait, 16:20 to go here in this third period. All Alberta in Charlottetown. There's a pass back door as Fontaine. That one skipped off his tape rows and 7 Cobb to the blue line. Sakowicz swings it wide. Olivier Arsenault bounces on the puck. And a Brunswick native tries to leave it down low. Smallwood stays after it. Smallwood pass. Oh, what a save! Nathan Torchia. Glitter with the glove, throws it up high, and a big save for Torchia, his best.
Matty Fontaine looking up to the ceiling. Gotta love that. So the hands up in the back there, you see Jack and Smallwood. Thought for sure that was a goal. No look pass. Throws it to Matt Fontaine. Does the right thing. Tries to go upstairs. No quit in Nathan Torchia.
Yeah, you don't get named goaltender of the country if you don't have a work ethic.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
There's a backhand. They go to the glove again. Torchia gets a piece of it one more time as the Lancers slap it. They go lead pass for Stefano. Bounced over top of his stick as the Lancers, Pataki, he's looking for it. Battling on his man. The puck come back to the blue line. Shot comes through by Dobrich right on. Loose puck, Florchuk. Away. Dobrich works back inside, will jam on the brakes along the half wall. He's being hounded there by Josh Prokop, Luke's brother, as Ladigan trying to make a move. Vernon Stefano send it back. Alberta to the blue line. Arsenault keeps it in, can't hold the line. Florchuk looking for Ladigan. He had squirted away. Pataki in there. Mason Cone. He continues to be a factor each and every time on the ice for Windsor. As Florchuk goes cross ice. Eric Florchuk, great little chat with him in the second intermission. As Ladigan will just turn and play it back in deep in his own zone, but it's Stefano, first man on the puck to the blue line. They come cross ice. McNamara, there's no lane. Terrific defensive play by Volcan to get a stick on that and swing it back towards the goal. That one is blocked away by Kruger as the puck will go off the windshield back out to center. McNamara in his own zone plays catch with Holden Whale. Whale steps to center. Flip that one. Doesn't get it deep. Bears back the opposite way. They've been on the attack all game long. Volcan to the blue line. He started the party as Dorsey will just turn it. Leave it off the wall and back into Alberta territory. Sakowicz, far side. Florchuk with speed, gets to the outside of Ennis. Freder around the wall for McMullen. Through the middle, Alberta. They just gobble that up. Friedrich, great read, steps up, active stick in lane. No gap whatsoever.
No, they're not letting one ounce off here. You see Fontaine, Pazuzu, both using their speed, making it happen. Making a statement here to Windsor that, boys, we're not quitting. It might be 6-0 here on the board. We're not changing our game plan whatsoever.
Heads up.
Oops.
Long puck coming all the way through. And that one deflects up and out of play. The best of U Sports women hockey action is happening at the 2023 U Sports Women Hockey Championship in Montreal. Catch all of the action on cbcsports.ca and CBC Gem as women's hockey going on here at the same time. Big upset yesterday as Toronto, University of Toronto losing. I've seen that one. UMB, not only a powerhouse on the male side, powerhouse on the female side as well.
And they figured out Kendra Woodland, who was the U Sport Player of the Year for the Reds, and she's been a dominant force here in her time at UNB, but was not able to stop the Carabin from exacting their revenge. But I just want to go back just a minute to Kevin Hamlin here. There's an island connection with a guy that you might remember, John Nelson, back a few years ago. John's currently situated up in the Windsor-Essex Cannock area, doing a lot of work with Jimmy Sonmez, of course, another former Panther with their proven performance hockey. And John was an assistant coach for Kevin Hamlin a few years ago, and I know that they're great friends and have a ton of respect for one another. And I know John wanted to be here this weekend to cheer on his alumni. Both alumni are, alumni as a coach and alumni as a player, and he would have been taking great pride in the University of Windsor program, and he wished that he would have been here to be able to cheer on his good buddy Kevin Hamlin. And of course, Nelly served as an assistant coach the last time they were here in Halifax, and so a couple of guys really making an impact in hockey in the Windsor County, in the Windsor-Essex County area. And, unfortunately, John had one of the greatest moments here in hockey history, scoring two goals in 1996 in the AUAA final. Tremendous story, but his old buddy couldn't capture the Lightning quite in the same manner that as John Nelson did.
John Nelson ranks where in UPEI hockey?
Fourth, I think. Yeah.
Alberta, 6-0. They know what they're doing. They've been here before. I think this is their 44th appearance.
Yep.
They're looking to get to the finals for the 24th time.
Yep.
This is a team that knows this landscape.
Well, the thing is, they've got more final appearances. That program has more final appearances than any other team has appearances at the tournament. I think UQTR is second with 22. I think UMB's got 21. They've got 24.
I mean, when I think of U Sports men's hockey, I think of Gardner McDougall because he's from PEI, and UMB has been so good here in the AUS. And I think of Golden Bears. I think of this yellow and green that I've seen as a kid growing up, small town PEI, Wellington Center, watching the university final on national TV. And the Golden Bears were there every Sunday night, once a year for a long time.
Well, and you talk about the legends. I mean, you're talking guys like Randy Gregg, you're talking Claire Drake, one of the more renowned, the winningest coach in U Sport history. Ian Herber's creating his own legacy. His winning percentage somewhere in the 800s, just crazy good numbers. But it's a tradition of excellence that has been building on for years. And, Ian was telling me one of the slogans that they have in their team is that, it's amazing how much that can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit. And that's what this team is all about. There's all guys doing all kinds of things out here. No one cares.
Well, I think your
talking
comment
about your four lines.
Yeah,
right?
no, your comment exactly. Your comment, I think, hit the nail on the head early on. We don't know this team. Well, I don't know what the first line is, their fourth line. I got a good idea, but they all look the same. They all block shots. They all defend well. Yeah. They all get in on the forecheck. They all play physical.
Play with pace.
It's just that they're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, no question. And motivated.
As Windsor, just speaking of motivated, they're just trying to get something here. I mean, playing with pride, and certainly had a terrific year in Windsor, and just ran into a juggernaut. And that 5-minute major early on put them in a hole. And after going down 4-0, I didn't want to say the game was over, but I think a lot of people were thinking the same thing. And Prokop will take it in. It's going to be called on the offside here. We're 11:28 to go. But this isn't the only game here today. The biggest one of the tournament, as far as Island fans are considered, is going on here tonight.
Well, you're looking at the marquee matchup, if we would call it, certainly from an Island perspective, as the tickets are going fast and furious. There's only a handful left. Here it is, St. Paddy's Day. It's time to get your green on and go, Corey. And the fans are they're in for a treat. And you talked about wanting to come in and make something happen. Be another John Nelson, right? Create history once again. That's what the UPEI Panthers are hoping for tonight.
Looking at some stats last night, UPEI, the oldest team in the country. Yep. So there's some seasoning that takes place in that UPEI dressing room. Puck will come up. Here's Arsenault blasts that one high over top of the goal. As Platts, he's just a one-man wrecking ball on that back end for University of Alberta. Jaden Platts, second-year business, St. Albert, 6'3", 220. Good luck getting around him. He's a tower of a man on the back end for Alberta. Not only they're big, but they're skilled as well.
Well, when you can combine that skill factor with, you look at a guy like Patterson up front or the other guys coming in from behind, They're not. They get it done in a variety of ways.
This
right?
back end reminds me of what we've seen in the Canada Games. 15-year-old kids. They're all first-round picks in the Western Hockey League.
Yeah.
And that was the thing that blew my mind. BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. On the back end, 6'2", 15 years old, skate like the wind, physical, mean, and skilled.
How many minutes did they play in some of those games too? Like, that was something else, Corey. That was a real eye-popping, for under 16 guys to be out playing at that level, the best under 16 players in Canada. We'll be watching them in 2 or 3 years' time.
Well, they'll be back next year for the U17s.
Exactly, they're going to be back for the U17s, a good number of them. So we're going to be taking the best of those coming here for the U17s next year. That'll be an event.
Volcan working his way back in. Puck comes up high. Here's Davidson. He's met up along the wall. Decision. He's a big body. Speaking of big boys, McNamara sends it deep. Kruger, he can't handle it in behind the goal, but his teammate right there to pick it up.
Davidson's 6 feet 190. He looks small enough back then.
Decision trying to catch his man. You're not wrong, but he can skate. Here's Fontaine. Speaking of skating, he's terrific on the edges. Gets to the outside, but Torchia makes a good save. Here's Decision. Can't get the puck to settle down. He'd love to score in front of, I'm sure, lots of family and friends here. Maritimer, as there's a penalty coming up here to the Lancers, as it's going to be number 20, Grant Spence, heading to the penalty box. All Bears back to the power play. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Play just underway back here in Charlottetown. The U Sports Cavendish Farm Cup, and Alberta back on the power play. 4 for 2. I'd say the amount of 2-4s that are going to be sold here on the island today. There's going to be a lot of people saying 4 for 2 later on tonight. St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone listening out there.
Yeah, for sure. We're just seeing the exodus. We're just seeing the exodus of the young people coming in here, being part of the St. Patty's Day festivities. The nice part about having them here is you get a good crowd in the afternoon. The down part is they got to catch the buses around 2:15. So we see a lot of people exiting the wickets here, and the crowd diminishing quickly in a hurry here at the Eastling Center Court.
Well, Volcan, and that's okay. It's 6-0.
Pretty much
Suzo sent it cross ice. I think the kids have a pretty good idea who may win this one here this afternoon, as 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Cone been arguably the best player here this afternoon for the Lancers. Here's a 2-on-1 for Zizo. Can he make it 5 points? Steps across ice, puck bounce around, forecheck, Torchia leads it, and Kazuzo, by the hat, I'd throw it on, because he's got the trick, and he loves PEI.
I think he likes the seafood going on around here, Corey. I think that's going to be 6 points. I think he get in on that last goal from Curtis Trolley, but again, Nathan Torchia being left out to dry, flailing, trying to go Marty Brodeur, Dominic Hasek, whatever it is at the last minute to try and keep it at bay. Made a great kick save and a beauty, but Prezuzzo holding the hot hand. He's not going to be denied for what I believe is his third goal of the game and his 6th point of the night. So.
Well, if Prezuzzo's skate holds up, I have a good idea that we could be talking to him post-game.
Well, we have to give him his moment of fame here on CBC Sports.
I'd say he's well known in the Edmonton area. There's no doubt about that, but he's becoming well known across the national stage with his performance here this afternoon in the quarterfinal matchup.
It's a good collection of scouts here that we were talking
that's
to
the other
yesterday,
side,
right? I mean, they're looking for the diamonds in the rough, players that are going to be coming out, and opportunities present themselves for guys to show what they can do. Prezuzzo's doing okay.
He's got a mitt full this afternoon. He's got 5 at least, maybe 6. Baker's dozen or a midfield, one of the two. It's a hell of a game. It's a long shot. That one gets blocked on the way as Alberta. When Windsor has chances, they're still playing that mentality, right? Sacrificing, blocking shots, getting sticks in lane, not allowing it. They're in championship mode.
They are dialed in, Corey. You're exactly right, and they haven't changed right from the first shift of the game to the 65th shift of this game. And look at, they're just attacking the speed, mindset, mentality, drive hard to the net, open up the ice, make it difficult for the Windsor defensemen, engage the back end. Look at Davidson pulling down there. They're just trying everything because they recognize that they've got another game. They don't want any bad habits creeping into their game right now. And I'm sure that's what Ian Herbers is saying to his team. Play the right way, boys. We still got 2 more games to go.
Well, it's Sexsmith, lone man back. Speaking of playing the right way, they got a little bit fancy, but it's brought back in. And that's been an afternoon right there offside. All Golden Bears. You're watching the 2023 Cavendish Farms U Sports University Cup on CBC.
It's that moment again. The one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite. Of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais. Quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second. Chase the glory. Visez haut.
Welcome back to the Cavendish Farms Cup from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, the University of Alberta Golden Bears. A little bit like the Edmonton Elks, I should say.
Well, they got
Nolan
7,
they got a touchdown.
They're just a converted one at that. But, here it goes. The offensive onslaught was in full-blown mode. Here you get Vulcan getting the second point of that game early on. Prezuzzo, he's been lights out here for the U of A Alberta Golden Bears, getting a second one of the game there. Canada West Rookie of the Year, Jack and Smallwood getting it done, setting it up on the dish there. Great finish by Curtis Trolley once again too. And there you come at the end. There's the Hattie. Tyler Prezuzzo. We just clarified in the break, that's his 5th point of the night. 3 goals, 2 assists.
Handful, not a bad afternoon.
Not bad, he'll take it.
I'm not sure if there's any Irish in Prezuzzo, though. Well, you don't got the luck of the Irish here this afternoon.
You get into that ancestry, they'll find it somewhere.
Ancestry.ca.
They'll find it somewhere.
Get on that here for the next stoppage. Bears looking for more. Platts, long drive. That one wide of the target. Here's Plouffe up high. 5:52 to go here in this period number 3. 4-0 lead, 5 minutes into the hockey game. And the Bears, 5 for 2, 5 for 3. The power play, 5 power play goals here this afternoon. Windsor came in as the 4 seed, champions in their division, but they ran into a juggernaut. As Hall, backhand feed over top. As Cone goes cross ice, Stefano. I would think at 27 years old, probably his last game. And for the Lancers, you start thinking of the players that, grinded through their hockey careers. Yeah. Junior, with COVID and the pause. Yeah. Here's Torchuk looking for more, and Torchia makes a save and holds on to that. But, it's it's graduating time for a lot of these players, and same can be said for tonight's game. Calgary and UPI.
That's what happens. I mean, you got a game here. You got players that are rounding out their career. This is, the pinnacle for a lot of players that they will be wrapping things up and they're getting ready to move on in various aspects of life. But, I was talking about the Alberta slogan there that they have too. Kevin Hamlin has his own slogan as well too. That they're trying to build champions on the way to winning championships. And this team has really showed, I think, to me and you, Corey, today that. They are champions in the truest sense. I mean, they're a collective bunch. They have a real sense of community. They're working hard here for one another in the spite of adverse situations, not cashing it in at any time. They've really created something here in Windsor, and a lot of it stems from the back end with the bench with Kevin Hamlin and the work that he's done. So you got to give credit where credit's due. They are the OUA finalists. They're a team that really is unheralded. They don't have the marquee players that other programs have, but I tell you what they do have is they have a sense of community, and they have a sense of making good people, and they're creating a bunch of great people through their program here at the University of Windsor.
There's Patterson, the shot that comes through. Gardner's one of those graduating players in his 4th year of business. As you look through, Brady Pataki, 4th year business. Spencer Parody, 4th year business. Sean Olsen, 4th year business. As it's brought back in, but called on the offside. Anthony Stefano, 27 years old, 5th year education. Can't tell me he's going to be a great teacher.
Mason Collin transferred here from Queens, coming in.
5th year law
student, right? This is his 2nd U Cup appearance. Unfortunate that he couldn't get it done in either one, but again, you're talking about using this as, because really, Corey, at the end of the day, we're looking at the athletes that are here on this ice. These are our future leaders. And what they do is they get as much from their successes as they do from their defeats. And they use that as part of their package to make them better people. And at the end of the day, there's a bunch of fine people out here that are participating in this game.
Bozzuzo looking for the puck. And looking for more. Not happy with 5 points.
Speaking about not taking the foot off the gas, I mean, geez, he's on full throttle this whole game.
And for Alberta, now it's a question of, they've rolled their lines. So, game management's one thing. Yep. They've rolled their lines, yep. But.
Well, and you want to be rested. I mean, this is going to be 3 games in 3 days, right? And the downside of playing on the Friday is that you have the 3 games, right now UQTR and UNB are able to rest the bodies a little bit after, going through the first semifinals. UQTR proved last year that really may not make that much of a difference as they won 3 in a row on the way to their national title last year. But, I guess there are some advantages to keep playing, to keep sharp. The other part is if you have some wounded part of your body, you give it time to rest and heal a little bit longer.
Well, it's been, it was Ryan Hughes that got hit early. He hasn't been back on the ice. Adam Hall, number 12, I mentioned it once maybe, and he hasn't been back on the ice either. So 2 forwards down. They're playing with 10 forwards here right now, and so the injury bug would be maybe the only concern here right now for the Golden Bears is the long shot is blocked off Spence and back out to center.
I'm talking with assistant coach Dallas Anson before the game. There are some bodies that are still nursing, they're not 100% healthy, so maybe those other bodies that were waiting here in this first game are going to have to get pressed into service to try and fill the holes created by Hall. And I'm not sure what happened to Hall. Definitely know what happened to Ryan Hughes with the check from Robbie Burke. But we just hope that the players are okay, that they're going to be as healthy as they can, and they get the chance to participate in this tournament to their fullest extent.
McNamara will cross it, Holden Wales. Moving ahead, Mason Kahn, that 5th-year graduating student. Brady Pataki, he's made it to the Maritimes. He's played here before. Here's Kahn, will walk in. Kahn looks to get around a second hole. What a terrific play by Sexsmith. As Joel Sexsmith drops down and takes a beautiful look away. There's a centering pass for Florchuk. That one doesn't work. They send it right back down and behind Mason Kahn. He'll probably stay on the ice for those final 90 seconds. The captain of the Windsor Lancers. Pataki back in, drops it off. There's going to be a penalty coming up here to the Golden Bears. And Alberta will go to the penalty box, and maybe I'd say the seniors will come back out, but Alberta Not only have they been an offensive juggernaut, it's plays like this, Joel Sexsmith.
Look at that, not quitting. I mean, that's saying to Ethan Kruger, you got a donut going on there. I'm going to do my best. And then what does he do after that? Jumps into the play or engaged right there, recognized that there was an opening to jump in, created a scoring chance going the other way. Unfortunately, Mason Cohn going through, get the hook on to send Windsor here in the power play. Not going to mean a whole lot with 1:20 to go in the period, but if they can get one satisfaction of getting the goal here, it might soothe the wound a little bit more than it otherwise would.
And it's all their veteran players, their graduating players on the ice here right now. As you see Gardner out there, I mean, guys that have meant so much to this program. And I kind of got a little bit of goosebumps just thinking about guys that have kind of gave everything they had to this program. I don't even know who they are, and an opportunity to finish their career here on the national stage.
Yeah, you look at a guy like Olivier Arsenault. We're just looking, he dumped the puck off here, played here at UPI for 3 years. Starts his career in UPI with one color, ends it in a different color. But, you know, there's a guy who was kind of in, you know, not unlike Grant Spence and Nathan Torchia, was sitting there wondering where his hockey career was going to lead him. Left UPEI, was kind of trying to figure out what program was going in, found the Human Kinetics program at Windsor, found a home, and here he is being able to wrap up his eligibility with 5 years. And, you know, in the place where he started it, and he kind of bookends his college career here at home on PEI.
Yeah, Stefano looking for it. Gets by Arsenault and down the length of the ice. 20 seconds to go. All the graduating students on the ice here for Windsor. Valiant effort, but not enough. As Alberta just too good here this afternoon. Clearly the better team on the ice surface in Alberta. Off to a roaring start here at the Nationals. They'll punch their ticket to the semifinals, and Windsor Lancers, a terrific season will come to an end for them as they lose a tough one here this afternoon. 7-0. It was 4-0 5 minutes into the hockey game. 3 power play goals on that 5-on-3 was the trendsetter for Alberta. They were ready to go, and they're ready to move on.
Yeah, and it was pretty clear right off the hop. I mean, right off even the first couple of shifts of the game, you could see that there was a jump in U of A's game that was going to make it difficult for the Windsor Lancers to handle. As you can see, one Western team has already punched their ticket through to the U Cup semifinals. There'll be another Western team looking to do the same thing tonight as they take on the host UPEI Panthers in the marquee matchup here for the Cavendish Farms U Cup here 2023. But, you know, right now I think if I was looking at the team so far, I think this is the best team that I've seen so far, Corey, the University of Alberta Bears.
Well, and they certainly have that pedigree to go with them, right? I mean, don't count out UMB and what they bring, yep. And University of Calgary Dinos. They beat this Golden Bears team, so they're not a pushover themselves.
Well, they're not a pushover themselves at all, and you're looking at the way 3 of the 4 teams right now are very intriguing. How it goes from here on in is going to be remains to be seen. But, you know, we're seeing the cream rise to the top. We're talking about season programs. The 3 top teams and the 3 most winningest programs in U Sport history are going to be playing in the semifinals for tomorrow and Sunday. So when you're looking at that, whichever team comes out of the game tonight, it's going to make for a heck of a finish.
And the University of Alberta Golden Bears, they've been there before. As the Nike player of the games here, it's pretty obvious who the player of the game will be for Alberta. Mason Cohn, player of the game for the Windsor Lancers, and the right choice. He was their best player here this afternoon.
He was. I mean, Ennis was strong in the back end, but Cohn was certainly more of a presence overall. Just a character guy, great leader here for the Windsor program, and he'll certainly be missed by this squad in next year. Not much doubt in that one. You're going in. Man, that guy was good in this game.
Tyler Brzuzzo.
Whew. Hard to handle.
3 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah.
What a start. And so, 3 teams have punched their way to the final. 1 quarterfinal game left.
Well, we're going to get a chance to hear from Tyler Prezzuzo here in a minute as Luke Much goes over to secure him for a post-game interview. But, you know, there was a lot of guys here that you could have said that were strong here. We talked about the depth, the consistent approach from this team here is it was just too much for University of Windsor to handle coming back through. The pace, the tone was set early by the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Too much to handle for the OUA finalists, the 4th-ranked Windsor Lancers. You know what? Hold your head high, boys. You achieved well, the Windsor Lancers. Keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing. And hats off to Kevin Hamlin and his crew for the work that they've been doing with that program.
U of A on their way to the semifinals and a convincing 7-0 victory over the Windsor Lancers. All right, welcome back to our post-game show. Tyler Prezzuzo, 5 points on the afternoon. Tyler, welcome to Pete. Yeah, you like the cooking here or what?
Yeah, it's been good so far. Trying out some seafood.
Seafood. Now, well, let's talk about Prezzuzo. Is there any Irish in that on St. Paddy's Day? Is there any Irish bloodline because you were rolling here today?
Yeah, some of my mom's family's got some Irish in it, so maybe that's what it was tonight, luck of the Irish.
Well, luck of the Irish. We knew there was some Irish there some on one side. Take us through the hat trick. I mean, you start off with a bang, 4 points in 3 minutes and 10 seconds early on in the period. You finish it off on the power play. What was rolling well for you, starting off with that terrific redirection?
Yeah, I think we had a good first shift. We said we wanted to have a good start, and that's what our line did for the first shift. And then one of my line mates goes down there for kind of a dirty hit, so we definitely wanted to respond to that, and the power play was just clicking there, so we were lucky to get a couple.
How many 5-point games have you had? When's the last time you had one?
I think the last time was all the way back to junior, so it's definitely been a while.
You know, the one thing that we were looking at on your team, we didn't know what the first line was, what the fourth line was. You guys all play with the same identity, take care of your own end, close gaps, finish checks. That was a team effort here this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, we have a deep team, 4 lines that can play, bunch of D, good goalies. So, yeah, deep team, and we play like it.
Well, Tyler, thanks for your time. Tremendous effort here this afternoon. Good luck the rest of the way.
Perfect, thank you.
That's Tyler Prezzuzo, 5 points on the afternoon, 3 goals and 2 assists as the Alberta Golden Bears punch their ticket to the semifinals.
Well, Tyler hit it right in the head. It was a collective team effort by this team. They didn't give the University of Windsor Lancers any life. They got the lead earlier. They didn't relinquish it. They played with pace right through to the game, into the game. As you know, we were talking about, they were looking to set themselves up for this next semifinal. They don't want any bad habits creeping into their game. They're playing like champions. I mean, they feel they get a little bit burned from the UQTR loss last year. They also lost a tight one in the Canada West Conference against their provincial rivals, the Calgary Dinos as well. But this is a team that's really coming up. They're going to be forced to watch coming into the semifinal series, which will start on Saturday.
You're watching University Sports on CBC. See you tonight.
U Sports on CBC. Les championnats U Sport. Brought to you in part by. Vous êtes présenté par Nike Team. Just do it. Faites-le. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U Sport. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada. And by Cavendish Farms. Enjoy the game day taste at home with Cavendish Farms. Profitez des saveurs de jour de match chez vous avec les frites Les Fermes Cavendish.